other issues will be a trend that has to do with Professor Ameyaw Akumfi invitation to the NIB for questioning over the SkyTrain, the $2 million SkyTrain, any other matters arising. Yeah, dealing with that particular issue first. People are calling it witch hunting. Others are also saying it's a good call because Ghana for no be no say chronoados, but you don't who nipa krobo chrono no. And I feel that personally, it's a right call for the president to start investigating institutions and people like that. Now, but from where you sit as a legal practitioner and as a spokesperson for Movement for Change, what is likely to happen?
First time I share, maybe sure who say you'll be the first of
absolutely
long way.
Absolutely.
So one on the question of whether or not a witch hunt analysis, I vehemently disagree with that view, no, and I disagree because your constitution, was promulgated on two abiding principles: the principle of probity and accountability. Also, a lot of scholars are says also sustaining democracy. Then state institutions must lead an effort to build the right for political culture. Political culture, tolerate diverse political views, and to political culture that would create citizens they will hold their political leadership accountable. And before say the ECA is in line with SAR principles. But recognize also say the issue so borders on SAR culture be new government be about as if they go after some political leaders who most of the times belong to the other political divide. Yes. So then the view is that are they weaponizing our political authority now? So there could be cases that genuinely a call for accountability, but unfortunately people, because of how politics over the years, people tend to read political witch hunt into this. Entire moving forward, so all kind of great transformation planner. You say about some of these political prosecutions here, can have a radical review of structures.
Okay.
Now, amend your constitution. That constitution creating in the what we called the ZAR, the anti-corruption ZAR or Caesar. Now, Onua constitution money to me now or independent. So just say party on free any party be on your partisan party be also control him. No, only these are efforts at fighting against corruption and accountability. Because you also, as much as we want accountability, you don't want a situation now we create a perception and say who use political power to undertake political which hunt. So me personally, dear, like I said earlier, I don't think it's a witch hunt. I support the efforts of the president. I support what is going on. I just say proper investigation. I just say mama for chance to account for almost stewardship. And then the day I can say it will even entrench and enforce the values and principles of the rule of law, and principles like you are innocent until proven so. They all in play. So yes, my money Juma. But also your president uses this as an opportunity. Not finding a way or bit me dealing with that perception. They say sometimes genuine efforts to hold political leaders accountable maybe witch hunt instead of, or maybe a persecution instead of prosecution. We can do that if we have a comprehensive review of your fight against corruption.
I see. Now, so whether or not the Patrono why engaging in corruption or corruption-related issues, do you think that it is a right call for the state to start investigating institutions and institutions like this? Said the mayor, Ghana will have value for their votes. Ghanaians will have value for the Sikabusi Ayakwaji in the name of Ghana, and other projects are the Ghana did but the project do not exist, i.e. the SkyTrain.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'm going to say, Ghana for a year constitution in 1992. One of the reasons that a year constitution was to be governed by the principles of accountability and probity. And Yankai say a year is kana omuje, and I had the bisos gun is and projects now maybe is to enhance your lives. So that if in spite of all that no projects now in your sikaniswa ayira, then a call to hold people who are entrusted with such processes no accountable no is a call in the right direction. And that's what I mean say my personal view and say in spite of the views I'm not for holding say which chance I don't subscribe, neither do I agree to that view no. However, I understand why people hold that view. I'm saying say President Nkoso no hold every single penny be and qualify accountability. If you are but what is any value for money?
Yeah.
No, we are calling for accountability. But beyond that, no, you're moving for change for in a great transmission plan. You're calling for a reform in your fight in your anti-corruption efforts no, to create an independence. I won't say your Office of Special Prosecution. The problem we are facing with that and say Oma amended the constitution, so still, for all intents and purposes, it's the duty of the Attorney General to initiate all criminal prosecutions. Okay. So you can't say that OSP is truly independent, and that's why I can that issue now. Issues not listening. That the issues that happened 2 or 3 years ago, but when you could draw and call for investigations until MPP Abai Eluzuru to me. Now we are saying, say, to have an anti-corruption head, Caesar, who is truly independent, then it calls for an amendment of the constitution itself. Now, constitution can say man is prosecutorial duties, no, and it says that person must be independent.
Okay.
Once that is done, then you cannot justify a call where political leaders are being investigated. Say, a witch hunt, because in background to me always idea, no one only under the control of any politician, and for instance, that person no ought to be non-partisan. Say then you have a system who lead the beer on ultimately pursue and fight corruption issues, but and fight it in a manner man phone to me and can say we any genuine prosecution, but a witch chance because for this effort to succeed, no, we hear say the people will support that effort.